Hi, I'm Saurabh Kumar Dutt, Mathematics Success Coach, and I'll explain to you people a little more about ratio and also about ratio of increase and decrease. Now, let us say we talk about ratio first. What is a ratio? A ratio is a mere comparison of a physical quantity at two different values. Might be there is, say, a blood pressure which is in the morning and another blood pressure which is there in the evening. So when we talk about their comparison, or similarly we can talk about the comparison of salaries of two people at the same time. So the comparison of the same physical quantity under two different conditions is known as a ratio. Now, when we talk about ratio of increase or decrease, there is sometimes a ratio which is given to you in accordance with which a physical quantity either increases or decreases. Now, here we'll be studying that in detail. So let us now say that there is the salary of a person, and earlier whatever it was to now what it is has been given to you as a ratio, and let's say it is some 7/5. So what are we going to say that this is? This is an increase or is this a decrease? This is actually a decrease in the salary, because earlier if the salary was some 7x, now the salary has decreased to 5x, right, where x is the common factor, right? So if we are to calculate the new salary, we will merely do what? We will just make the new salary the subject of the equation, and taking it to the other side, we will take the ratio to the left hand side, and then we'll have the old salary to be multiplied with 5/7, right? When 5 is cross multiplied to the other side and 7 is also cross multiplied to the other side to give us the new salary. And as you can see that the old salary is getting multiplied by a proper fraction, as such this value is going to be lesser in comparison to the old salary. That is, if suppose the old salary is some 70,000, if it is multiplied with 5/7, then that will become equal to 50,000. That is lesser in comparison to the salary which was earlier, right? So I'm sure you're now able to understand why, in order to calculate the new salary, we talk about the inverse ratio of the ratio of increase or decrease which has been given to us. That is because when you make the new quantity which is to be found out the subject of the equation, you will have to take the parts of the ratio to the other side. As such, it will become an inverse ratio, which when multiplied with the older physical quantity or the original physical quantity will give you the new physical quantity. Now, let me explain this to you once more so that if there is any doubt, all of that gets cleared. Now, what I said was, whenever we talk about a ratio, it is actually the comparison of a physical quantity at either two times or under two conditions, right? It is not the comparison of two different physical quantities, otherwise that will give you a different physical quantity. Like suppose if you talk about the ratio of distance and time, right, you get another physical quantity, that is velocity. But when we are comparing the same physical quantity, right, at two different times, then actually we will get something which is dimensionless or something which does not have any unit, right? And that is the reason why whenever we talk about a ratio, it does not have any dimension, right, which you will study in higher physics, which is written for mass m, for length l, and for time t. So there is no mlt, and in other words we can say that that is not going to have any unit. So here when we are talking about the ratio of the salaries, you know that's going to be in some currency like rupees, dollars, etc. And as that will get cancelled from the numerator and from the denominator, so this ratio as such won't be having any unit, right? So we are trying to compare by division a physical quantity at two times or probably under two conditions, right? And if it's been given to us that it has decreased, right, then the numerator should be larger and the denominator should be lesser, right? Like we have here, the old salary was some 7x and the new salary is 5x. Probably there is due to some punishment which has been given to the person because that person did some mistake, something that he shouldn't have done, right? Now, if the salary would have increased, then this actually would have been a proper fraction like 5 upon 7, right? And then the older salary was less and the new salary would have been more, right? Now, children, if you are to calculate the new salary, then that becomes equal to the old salary multiplied by the reciprocal of the ratio which has been given to you, that is old salary into 5 upon 7. And this is the reason why in calculating the new salary or something which is the later case, you multiply the older case with the reciprocal ratio of what has been given to you, or the inverse ratio of what has been given to you as an increase or decrease, right? Now, children, we will try and understand this with the help of a question, right? And when you will be doing certain sums with some numbers, etc., then the concept will become more clear. So let's look up this sum. So I'll give you people a little time for trial, after which I'll be discussing the question with you people.